back to a better world. This is your host, Mitchell J. Rabin, and I'm very glad you're joining us again today. Today we are on location again with another one of New York's finest body workers. She does a tremendous amount of really exclusive work. Denise Galon, here on East 17th Street. We're in her studio, and she does work that other people across the United States actually are not doing. She is the exclusive teacher of a work called Indian Champissage, which is Ayurvedic head massage, as well as foot massage, and you'll be seeing both of these demonstrated today as our show goes on. And Denise has been doing some really excellent work for many years now in the New York area, and she goes beyond, teaching and doing private sessions with people. And I wanted to have her on the show today because some of the work she's doing is really very unique and really high quality, and I wanted you all to know about this work that she's doing. I've had a chance to experience some of it, and I'll have a chance again today. And you'll come to see, I believe, in just one show, some of what Denise brings to the party. So, talking about parties, she was an opera singer for many years before getting involved in holistic health and healing. And maybe I'll just ask you, how did you go from, first of all, welcome.
Welcome.
Glad to have you on.
Pleasure to have you here in my space.
Well, thank you. It's really a pleasure to be here. It has lots of good associations and memories for me now, because the work is really excellent that you're doing. How is it that you went, Denise, from being an opera singer and being on stages in Europe and America to working on the way you're doing now?
Well, Mitchell, as an opera singer, if you're ill, you're out of work. So keeping myself healthy, I learned a lot about herbalism, both Chinese and Ayurvedic herbs, and became a doctorate in that. And had the pleasure of finding my body teacher, Mr. Narendra Mehta, in England while I was singing in London there. Oh. And he gave me such a brilliant treatment that I then went back to London several times and brought him to the United States to teach a class here. And I was sort of tricked into taking the class myself. And
while you were still singing
opera, I said, "Oh, I'm an opera singer. I'm a diva. I don't do that." And diva. I guess it's just
Brunhilde.
Yes, absolutely. And it was
Did you do that part?
I did not. I was what you call a Junglicha dramatic soprano.
Oh.
So I did sing Wagner though, and a really exciting time of my life.
Yes.
But Mr. Mehta had done such brilliant work with me, and he was the first massage person to say to me, "Would you like me to relax you or stimulate you?" Have you ever heard anybody say that? And I, of course, chose relaxation. I could barely get off a chair.
However, in Chinese medicine, as you know, we have the tonifying and the sedating points.
Absolutely.
So it's not a foreign idea. It depends on what the body itself is calling for and the flow of the qi.
Right. Well, Mr. Mehta relaxed me so much that I had one of the best night's sleep I ever had in my life. And I went back to feel the relaxing treatment. And I said, "You have to come to the United States so I don't have to keep coming to London for you." Well,
after all, you were a diva.
Exactly.
And he was probably going to listen.
And now that I don't sing anymore, this is just such a brilliant, loving modality to give to people. Yes. And I know what they're feeling because I experienced that. It's certainly...
I just came up with a really interesting idea, Denise.
Yes?
What if, while you were working on their heads or their shoulders or their feet, you sang?
Oh, I think it might be a little loud.
Down a few decibels. But that's not a bad idea. Can you imagine?
Absolutely.
The singing massage therapist. I mean, talk about a niche,
I think it might be fun.
Think about it.
I did think of recording using singing bowls. So that it was a really healing experience.
Yeah.
And then playing the singing bowls, the CD while I was working. I think it's a bit loud if you're actually doing it. And I have toned after a treatment.
Yes.
Just to bring somebody back out to feel a vibration.
Right.
Because sound is very healing as well.
Of course.
In fact,
it's one of the original healing modalities.
Yes. When I was an opera singer, I had the fortune of being a finalist in a competition. And they actually asked me why I sang. And I said to heal people. And I think it was not the correct answer at the time, because I remember the expression on their face. It was like, what? I don't think anybody had ever said that before.
Mon Dieu.
But I did notice that people would come up, and if I was singing something sad, they would say, oh, that just made me feel so sad. And another person who, hearing the same thing, would say, oh, that made me so joyous. And I thought, what is it about the vibration that causes two different feelings? But, it's so individualized, just like receiving hands.
Exactly.
In a treatment.
And as you're speaking, I'm really reminded of the old ancient Greek chorus in the tragedies of, Aeschylus, Euripides, et al. And the chorus was there to sing essentially the tragic notes of the time of the play, and would seek to catalyze a very specific response in the audience, which we know today as the ancient Greek word catharsis.
Yes.
Catharsis is all about cleansing and purging.
I'm so impressed. I didn't know you were so erudite.
I don't know why. I guess I've been hiding it.
Yes.
But this is true. I mean,
Yes.
This is how you were studying music and I was studying dramaturgy and Jungian psychology and mythology with Joseph Campbell's work.
Oh, how wonderful.
So,
So this is what makes the world go round.
Yeah, exactly. So in a certain way, the music was always understood as cathartic in nature.
Yes.
And so opera grew ultimately out of the ancient Greek chorus.
Absolutely. And Mitchell, when we do the head massage and we're at the end of a treatment, there's a subtle aspect in Ayurveda, which is about vibration. So I'm actually toning the chakra sound in my head.
Through your hands.
And through my hands.
Right.
We visualize
Beautiful.
a color and tone the sound. And I don't do that for people because some people would think that's rather strange, but they feel it. And people will say, what is that? What happened to me? And I just say, well, that's the subtle part of the healing that you've received.
Beautiful.
And it's very powerful because even in the head massage, we work from the rhomboids in the back, which can, I guess, be a little better described as the bra strap up.
You won't find that in my case.
No,
yes,
I understand. But as we go through the technique and we're actually using a vibration, a pattern of opening the muscular structure. So it's a gentle, rhythmical application. So it is not intense like some forms of massage that poke. But you get a very wonderful feeling because of the vibratory effect.
You're creating a resonance field distinct from just a deep movement into the fascia or the deep tissue of the muscle. And I understand both, I think, have their place. But, with your description of the champissage just now, Denise, I think I'm ready to experience it.
Wonderful. So you can see how full circle it was a right treatment for me to bring in the vibration of the body.
That's right. So in a sense, this is a latter-day expression in your life of that same impulse to heal through sound.
Yes.
So beautiful.
Wonderful.
Beautiful. Well, I look forward for people seeing what you now do.
Absolutely. I would love to do that. Okay. Let's get you in the chair first for head massage.
Okay.
And then we'll get you on the table for some foot massage, which is done with a metal bowl, like a singing bowl.
Wonderful.
So again, it's that vibratory sensation that you're going to feel.
That vibratory je ne sais quoi. Let's show them.
Great. I'm ready. So Mitchell, this is Indian Champisage, Narendra Mehta's technique that I have brought to the U.S.
Dr.
from
Mehta.
London.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Dr. Mehta, and who has passed us this year.
Mm.
So leaving me as the senior teacher.
It sounds like he was always ahead of us. But...
Yes. Anyway,
he's passed on and leaving you as the senior teacher.
And I am now the senior teacher in the United States.
Wow.
So without further ado, I'd like to work on you. I know you have a shoulder neck issue that I've heard a couple times on a few shows. So why don't we start there?
Okay.
And you know, in this technique, we work light, medium, and deep. And again, we fan muscles out. So this is just a little stimulus to the shoulder. And now I'm going to work on your neck. So how does that feel?
Wonderful.
Isn't that nice?
Yep.
We're actually fanning all of those muscles out rather than digging deep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very nice effect for oxygen to go through the bloodstream. And that's why you feel so good afterwards.
Exactly. It's almost like lymphosizing.
Yes, actually, yes.
Because you're moving blood, oxygen, and lymph when you do that.
I just thought it was brilliant, and as a singer receiving this, because when you sing, you have a lot of tension in the neck area from holding it in one position for 4 hours at a time.
Yeah.
So this was very pleasurable to me.
Definitely.
And what we do to one side, we always have to do to the other.
Please. Because I'm left-handed.
So that will give you some relief there. Yeah, it is a little tighter here on the left.
Yes. I knew you would notice.
Your muscles tell all.
From the Ayurvedic point of view, what do they say this technique is accomplishing, Denise?
Well, you know, this is a friction technique, and this was actually designed by Narendra, who was an osteopath. And with his osteopathic knowledge, he took traditional Indian head massage and put the body system on. In India, it was usually just a head massage. And now when you go there, everybody's doing the shoulders like Narendra's book. So he put out a very wonderful publication that you can get some ideas from and do some work on yourself too. Mm-hmm. And I love teaching people when they come to me how to work on themselves. And sometimes I get a family in the office and I'll say, they really need this. Take a look at what I'm doing here, and you give that to your mom or dad or husband or wife.
What a beautiful way to create family harmony.
Oh, you know, healing is all about sharing.
Yeah.
And whatever you do, when you do to somebody else, it's giving from the heart.
Yeah.
So if you have a spouse or a child that needs to have some sort of love, I say, to the body, to have a technique to do it is just perfect. And in my classes, I get professionals and lay people alike. People that just would like to learn how to give a loved one a treatment. So.
Well, there's the love and intimacy bonding aspect of a family doing this kind of work with each other.
Absolutely.
And then there's also really an economic benefit, which is this is a form of preventative healing and medicine. And if more and more families were to do this, or couples, then fewer people would need to go to a doctor or get even treatment from others.
Absolutely. And now, Mitchell, I'm sure you've noticed that I'm doing a variety of movements on you that
explain
are
what
soft,
these are. They're
medium,
wonderful.
and deep.
Yes.
And the subtlety of working light sometimes is more effective. And we lovingly, as we teach the class, will say, once you hurt somebody, you say, there, there, there. So this is the there, there, there move. And now I'm going to take you on a little trip of relaxation through the head. And you can just use that for relaxation, to build. I'll work a little stimulating on you so that you're not going to fall asleep during the session, and we'll lose our TV audience that way.
Where has Mitchell gone?
Right?
It feels wonderful, Denise.
Wonderful. This is really to stimulate blood flow.
Yes.
Going through the head, and we use a little pattern, and now I'll start to hurt. But of course it doesn't hurt.
No, it doesn't hurt.
But it works a little deeper, and we work connectors in and around all of the muscles because the connectors tighten like screws. And that's what inhibits a lot of the blood flow.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
And swells nerves. So,
well, the idea of stimulating blood flow in the skull and the brain is, it doesn't get much higher than that. No pun intended.
Right. Well, so many of us sit and look at a computer and very rarely get up and move. We're not drinking a lot of water. We're not addressing or saying something to somebody that we should. So we get a lot of tension in the head. And this really gets your brain dancing again.
Are you saying that when we don't communicate, we end up building tension and stress inside ourselves?
Absolutely. Yes. You know, so many of us are afraid.
I was being the foil.
Yes.
What a funny idea.
Right?
When we don't self-express, we suffer. We pay a physiological price.
Absolutely, we do.
I don't know why modern medicine has not made that obvious connection that all ancient wisdom knows. Do you have an answer for that, Denise?
I don't. I think modern medicine has a lot to offer people. And I always go back to the ancients, though, because I think if it's been working for thousands of years,
somehow
they were
there's
doing
a validity
something right.
to it. That's what I say to people about acupuncture and Chinese medicine. It's kept these people alive for 10,000 years. They've got to be doing something right.
Right. So we've been doing a couple relaxing and stimulating moves, and giving you a new hairdo to boot.
Oh, so that's part of what you do?
Absolutely. You know, a lot of people are afraid to have a head massage because they think we're going to wreck the way they look, especially if it's in public. And you know what? I find it absolutely. I find it to be relaxing and give people a natural stimulus.
Right.
So see this? How wonderful this feels. I am combing, and that little sensation of the nail hitting the scalp.
Yes.
You can do this at home.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and every time we wash our hair, we're getting a little head massage.
Sure.
Did you know the word shampoo comes from the word champi? Yes.
Oh my. So it's really Sanskrit.
Absolutely. Champi is the Hindi word for head massage.
Oh.
And when the Brits went in and colonized, they couldn't say champi, they said champi, and that's where we get our wonderful word from.
That's so interesting. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Of course, Sanskrit and ancient Greek and Latin are all part of the Indo-European family of languages. They are actually etymologically related.
Yes.
You knew that?
Yes, absolutely.
Good. Well, you're an opera singer. You should know things like that.
I think as a diva, you learn things like that.
Exactly, about language. Right.
So you say we do a little hair pulling, and I see some kids that come to my booth if I'm doing an expo, and they go, oh, she's pulling their hair. But that feels good, doesn't it?
It feels great.
And we're actually stimulating hair follicles, and I know a lot of men have an issue about their hair coming out. So guys, you can come have a head massage and know that your hair is going to get nice and strong.
It'll get stronger.
Yes. When you look at Indian women who really
it won't have to fall out. You've pulled it out.
They participate so much in head massage ever since they're children, then the hair is gorgeous. They always have these beautiful long locks.
The Indians? Oh my God.
So,
Gorgeous hair.
And this is a headache move. I know it looks a bit torturous, but it's actually very pleasurable.
Feels like a gentle vice.
It's one of my favorite moves in the whole technique.
It feels wonderful.
So let's move ahead. The technique, we work shoulders, neck, arms, head, and face. So any issues like sinus or tinnitus or headaches or hair loss, premature graying, it's all handled by head massage.
I've begun to prematurely gray.
Oh, well, you should see me every day.
I'm only 24.
Isn't it funny how you get stuck in an age in your head? I'm only 18. And when I work, that's exactly how I feel. Such joy and love. There's no effort to do this technique. So if anybody is interested in learning, it'll be a great addition.
So you teach classes in New York?
I do.
And you're about to teach a group of nurses up in Albany. Is that correct?
Schenectady, actually.
Schenectady.
Yes, they're having the head massage, the foot massage, and the raindrop technique, which is an essential oil.
The use of the essential oils, something you learned from
Yes.
naturopath Gary Young, who we had on the show many moons ago.
Oh, Dr. Young is brilliant.
Yes,
His
truly.
combinations of wonderful essential oils. In fact, I have some on my hands now. I thought they might be nice and relaxing for you. So now we're working sinus. So this is the face portion of the head massage. But I also do a metta facial rejuvenation, which is a non-surgical facelift. And we work from the neck up, and it's a full body massage. Can you believe it? Through just the face.
Really?
With
just like with the hands and the feet and the ears and Chinese medicine?
Exactly. When you have a hand and foot massage, it's like a whole body massage. So if we are
because all of the points are connected to everybody else.
Oh, what a good Indian accent you have.
I've been practicing for a long time.
Many talents I see today, Mitchell.
Oh, many talents, yes. So I started yoga when I was 14.
So this is the TMJ point.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, a lot of people suffer from that. They get dental plates and all, and they could just get their own relief by stimulating these two little jaw points in here. So your head should be buzzing by now. We do some ears because when you work the ears, as you know in acupuncture, it's all those little points. The ears are like little babies. You can stimulate lung and stomach and the brain through the ears. Exactly.
All of the main points throughout the entirety of the body.
So.
Oh my.
And now I'm going to do a little of the Ayurvedic balancing on you, just so you can get a taste of that.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So the upper, the middle, and the lower ear.
Right. So if you'd like to comment, you can say, a lot of people, I tell them that they might feel some heat or electricity that comes through the hands, and whatever that is, that's for you.
Some warmth.
Yes. So this is the quiet part of the massage. I actually don't like to speak during the whole head, and just let people enjoy what they're feeling, the sensations. And then we work deep in the chakras. Working the throat chakra. The third eye and the crown.
Wow.
So that was just a little taste.
That is excellent.
Let's get you on the table for foot massage.
Twist my arm.
So this is a demo of the Kansavaki foot massage, and this has been a really popular treatment which I brought over to the USA in September this year, and I am, as far as I know, the only teacher teaching this in the US right now.
And so this also came from Dr. Mehta?
Dr. Mehta and his wife, they collaborated on this. And I found it to be really relaxing as opposed to somebody poking in again at your... So we clean you first, which is nice. And we're using this wonderful bowl, which is a 3-metal bowl. It's copper, zinc, and tin. See, it looks like a baby singing bowl, right?
Yes.
And we use clarified butter ghee. So we put some on the bowl, and I also use some in my hand, which we're going to massage into your leg. So heat it up with my hands a bit. And you can comment the difference between the hands and the bowl. Okay. So how's that feel?
Fabulous.
So you're getting a little abhyanga first.
Which is?
That's a oil massage to drain the lymph. And it's very detoxifying. This treatment is wonderful if you're doing any kind of cleansing.
Yes.
So now I'm going to take the bowl, which has a little ghee on it, and it may be a little cold at first, but the friction with the skin is going to heat the bowl. So, and this move
and will
here,
it start singing?
I don't know. I haven't had anybody do that, but you know, there's always a first.
Maybe in your hands.
And this particular movement is Kansavaki. How's that feel?
Very good.
Nice, right?
Very good, sure.
And do you feel the bowl starting to heat up?
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
So, and we work in meridians here, but the most important thing that differentiates this treatment is we work Marmal Points. And you have 6 Marmal Points in each of the foot.
And what are Marmal Points?
Marmal are energy points, like little energy vortexes, like acupoints.
It's the
which I know
Indian version of acupuncture points.
Yes, and we always have the argument of who came first, the Indians or the Chinese.
I don't. The Indians did.
I believe
and
that as well.
And the Chinese know that.
So have
but the
you
Chinese
ever had,
elaborated upon it their own way, in a very intelligent way.
Yes. Have you ever had a treatment that works in your calves like this? Isn't that heaven?
It is. It is.
I know.
Not for something that was called a foot. In Tuina, when they give you a foot massage, they also do work the calf. The calves. But
yes,
I
have had that.
They don't use a little bowl.
So with the bowl,
or ghee.
Do you feel it hot, the bowl now?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so it's moving the circulation really well. And now I'm going to work Marmal Points. And these Marmal Points are very powerful.
What should one expect from their being stimulated?
Well, like I say, a deep detoxification and energy. So you'll feel. So with the 6 Marmal Points, I'm now approaching the most important point in the foot, actually in the whole body, because this is an energy point. And when we work this technique, we work odd numbers. There's a bit of sacred geometry going on here. So we stimulate the marmas, the Golfa points for hormones.
Oh.
Yeah, each one has its own purpose. So just using...
So are you saying that there's a Meridian System, Denise, in Vedic medicine?
Absolutely.
Similar to the Chinese?
Absolutely. It's all based on martial arts. So, and now we use a wonderful technique, which is a sign of life. So we do those little turns, and everything is circular in this movement. And as you know from Qigong, circles give energy.
Surely.
Squares take it away.
This feels like the infinity sign is what it really feels like.
Yes. And now we work chakras. So the chakras, the foot is like the body here. The heel becomes, you know, the lower chakra, the base chakra. And we climb up the chakras through various portions of the feet. So you should have your whole chakra system buzzing around.
Wow. Wow.
Feel good?
Very good.
Good.
But I'll tell you, Your hands, when you were working my calves and foot to begin with, for me, actually feels better than the bowl.
Okay, a lot of people can't differentiate between it. So now there is a hand portion that we do. And again, we work marmas.
I like both. I feel the value of both.
And the nice thing about this, as opposed to reflexology,
yes,
reflexology uses that crawling thumb, which can be a little taxing for the practitioner.
Mm-hmm.
In this, we're using knuckles.
Oh.
And heel of hand.
I see.
So your hands, even though we're working very deep, never get any taxing on them. It's very gentle for the practitioner.
Yes.
That's why people are beating down my door to learn this.
I see.
And like I say, it's a great thing to just add to a loved one. I get a lot of non-practitioners in my class, and they stimulate themselves to become practitioners once they feel the joy of giving.
Exactly.
So
people don't realize how therapeutic in general this is.
Right.
Number one, it feels incredible. And the feet are doing so much work every single day. And for them to get this kind of loving care and physical stimulation with the oil, with the minerals in the bowl, with the touch and the intent of a good practitioner like yourself, it really has a healing effect.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate the kind
Truly,
words.
Truly.
I'm in service to people to get you to feel good. That's my mission in life.
Exactly. That's
and to
wonderful.
teach you how you can help yourself to feel good and not have to be dependent on somebody else's opinion of
and
that.
So a good amount of what you do is teaching people how to work on themselves. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have a bioscan machine that people can come and test themselves so they know what kind of vitamins and minerals that they can use. You're laying on the biomat, which is an ionic pulse. We have an infrared sauna here. These are all wonderful tools.
Truly.
Good clean water.
Yep.
All of these things you can use every day.
Essential oils.
To just get yourself at optimal health.
It's wonderful.
Isn't that beautiful?
It really is. Unfortunately, we're out of time, and I want to make sure you give your website.
Yes, it is www.headmassagenyc.com. Come, have a wonderful treatment. I'd love to work with you and get you feeling great.
Denise, thanks so much for your good work.
Thank you,
so
Mitchell,
appreciate
for being here to help work
Of course.
on.
This is Mitchell J. Rabin for A Better World. Not a bad life, huh? Thanks so much for joining us, and visit us at our website at www.abetterworld.net, and I look forward to seeing you all next week.